Hello everyone, welcome back to this part 2 of these videos. So we will continue straight away to the tree planting. Tree planting can be referred to section W.16. So before you proceed, I would like all of the students to have a look at sections W16.1 and point 2. Point 1 is about generally particulars that should be given in your description, and also number 2 is the instruction or a guide for trees planting. Alright, before we proceed again to the measurement of a tree planting, let's look at how we describe a tree in in your description. Okay, first one, you need to know the terminology, or what we call as bulb size. It's on the root system. Okay, so you have to know at least the width of the bulb system. And the clear stem, the term clear stem is starting from the ground level until for the trunk of the tree before any branches. So this is what we call as a clear stem. And lastly is the overall height, starting from the ground until the top of the tree. This is what we call as overall height. And this is an example of description of a tree. It's look like very complicated, but it is not actually. So let's read section W16.2. It says that trees, young nursery stock trees, shrubs, bulbs, combs, tubers shall be enumerated, which means it will be in number. Okay, each type of plant shall be given separately, stating the botanical name. So you need to have a botanical name of the tree, the size, and the roof roof system, the girth, the height, and the clear stem. Any requirement for watering, weeding, cutting, support, ties, and temporary facing and the like shall be stated. Okay, so for example here, the first one is planting the trees. Okay, this is the works that need to be done on site, which means we want to plant the trees. What will be the botanical name of the tree? For example, here we have Mimosops elangi. Hopefully I pronounced it correctly. Girth 30 to 40 mm. The overall height 2 meter. Clear stem is about in a range of 1.2 to 1.8 meter. Okay, diameter of ball fibrous root system. Support width, group B timber stake. This is a support. Okay, and the tie. And the works that need to be done before you can plant the tree is to excavate the pit, which means you need to excavate the pit first. Okay, and breaking up bottoms, refilling with excavated topsoil mix with 20% organic fertilizer as specified, removing surplus excavated material, watering, weeding, cutting additional fertilizer until satisfactorily established within the duration of the contract, which means this is the excavation work, and then you're going to plant your tree here. Okay, and you need to mention the support. So in this case, they are using the timber stake and PVC tree tire to support the tree. So in other words, students, it's not that you have to memorize this long description. What you need to do is to go back to your drawing given to you and look at each an item given in the drawing. But the main point here is all items in W16.1 need to be described in your description. Shrubs, W16.2, it's a small trees. A woody plant with a framework of branches and little and or no central stem. Okay, this is an example of bulbs. Tubers. Tubers, we have root tubers and stem tubers, so it should be separated as well. You need to know their botanical name. Okay, and then we have combs, swollen stem base that is modified into a mass storage tissue. Pineapple. Okay. Hedge plant, a wall compost plant, and normally shrubs. And hedge plant can be measured in number, also in meter. Okay, two options, number and meter, depend on the situation. And item description state botanical name, height, spacing, number of rows, and the layout. It's like hedge plant is normally for maze kind of game. Okay, example, planting the shrubs. Okay, this is a nature of work that need to be done. Okay, this is your botanical name, that's correct. Okay, height of your shrub, the girth, okay, the stem, clear stem, okay, the pit to place your shrubs, okay, and then all the support, and lastly will be watering, weeding, cutting. Actually, all of these sentences actually you can get from W16.1 and point 2. That's why when we do tree planting system, we don't really memorize it, but we always refer to SMM for a guide in order to write a good description. All right. Hedges. Okay, hedges always start with the nature of work. Okay, and this is the botanical name, the height, okay, and all instruction needed for the maintaining of the hedges. Example, hedges in meter. Okay. Herbaceous plant, normally stem is soft and green, also measure in number or square meter. You need to describe your botanical name, the size and number per square for this herbaceous plant. Okay, example of herbaceous plant description. Again, if you realize they have a same pattern in describing these plants. Okay, nature of work, planting trees, herbaceous, hedges, and so on. Botanical name, the overall height. Okay, if you have a clear stem, you need to include that in. If you have support for this herbaceous plant like peg or support tie or whatever, so you need to mention it here. If not, you just leave it like that. And you have item for watering, weeding, cutting, and so on. Okay, protection of plants, tree guards, you can refer to 16.7. It says that protection of plants, for example, tree guards, okay, spray shall be enumerated stating the size, height, girth of tree, or spread of plant, height of wrapping. So it should be mentioned clearly in your description. It is measured in number. Okay, example of protection of plant. Okay, and protection of plant, purpose to protect the tree from physical damage, and modification of immediate environment this is normally for a 4-season country. Extreme winter, they need to wrap the stem, the trunk of the tree to protect the tree from the extreme weather. This is a tree wrapping. Okay, protection of plant, anti-descent spray. Okay, sample in BQ, you just need to describe it um, based on the nature of work, overall height to be protected, the girth of the trees, okay, what type of protection that you are using, the size, and also any support such as nails and so on. Okay, it will measure in number. Okay, mulching, you can refer to 16.6. It says that mulching after plant around individual plant shall be enumerated, stating the thickness and area, any requirement for tree pads, type of mulch, type and method of application shall be given in the description. Okay, the purpose of mulching is to conserve moisture of planting bed or trees, reduce the weed growth, okay, stabilize the soil temperature and so on. Okay, normally mulching we can use coconut fiber, dried grass clipping, compost grass, okay, leaves clipping, tree barks clipping, shredded wood, gravel, rubber and plastic. But normally in Malaysia, normally we use this coconut fiber, also this gravel, okay, and also the shredded wood. All right, quantities also measured in meter and also meter square as alternative. So it is also need to be described differently if you have a specific mulching to individual trees that can be referred in section W16.6. Okay, example of entry in the BQ, mulching bed, okay, using a shredded bark. What will be the thickness? Spread evenly immediately after planting. Okay, so this is using the black polythene sheet. Okay, and this is a mulching for individual tree using a shredded bark in number. I think that's all for part 2. Thank you very much to all the students for your attention. So I'll be meeting you guys for part 3, where we are looking at the actual drawing and discuss on the items that need to be taken off, any item for query list, and also using a schedule for a taking off. Lastly, we'll be generating a BQ for a landscaping works. Thank you very much again for your attention, and see you at part 3. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and have a great day everyone.